I did a Bachelor of Town Regional Planning, so you do not have to. Hey again, I'm the Rational Planner, and for this video I'm going to be describing regional planning and upscaling planning in general, that is, public participation. So public participation at the regional level is a concern due to, among other things, limited ongoing engagement, unable to identify and manage emerging issues, not being able to promote regional views of issues, online submissions that didn't target all demographics, and perceived inequalities acting as barriers. This in turn reflects greater issues such as transparency, representation, both of which I more or less went into in the first ever video I did, which was on democratic voting, and independence of participation and recognition of participants' influence. So how do we solve participation issues on such large scales? Well, that's where CoPPGIS comes in. Collaborative Public Participatory GIS is a web-based model of GIS programs, wherein collaborators can use images, maps, graphs, and text displayed on an underlying base map of interest to a community. Typically, CoPPGIS uses open source data. Open source software means any such source code that is freely available or licensed for distribution or modification. The following slide shows where the research gaps in current communication mediums found during a literature review are performed. You'll probably notice that internet solves pretty much all these problems. What's great about the CoPPGIS mode is that it allows for both asynchronous and synchronous collaboration. The former is effectively static information or released information by the company or government to people. The latter is the combination of user able to watch and interact with the company or government, whilst the plan is actually being made. If I might critique the CoPPGIS model here, I'd say that there should be the added feature of points along the process left sort of as checkpoints for people to review the project before continuing on to the next step. We don't all have time to attend. In use of a CoPPGIS based program, those not in the loop are expected on average almost double the amount of time spent doing the same tasks to those that know what they're doing. So this is the general structure of a CoPPGIS based program. Note here that the user must have installed some manner of web map surface, likely ArcMap if we're talking offline. But using ArcGIS online or some created application could easily simplify this. So effectively, you just have to give your audience a link, which would take them to ArcGIS online, where they could see and do stuff. How you go about preventing users from changing things and go about giving admin use to specific people is up to you. So what has CoPPGIS been able to look like? This. Here, the bookmarking service is created to save the extent of map where an important discussion is made by different participants. When a user clicks on a bookmark, the extent and zoom of the map is recorded or stored in the database using JSP get function, which can be shared to view and understand other participants' contribution. Current status of all the existing and ongoing projects in housing sector in the form of tables, thematic maps, and reports may also be included. And by the people who obtain them, that is. Audio-video teleconferences can also be scheduled and held within the page or dated to be held on another site. The user interface, or UI, enables inexperienced users of the service easy access to the modes of the navigation toolbar, map viewing area, and query panel. In Pakistan, dengue fever was mapped using CoPPGIS to allow people on the ground be responders and data collectors for the disease's spread. Yes, I know this isn't Pakistan, it's London, but the LinkedIn page includes solely this image, so that's what I'm working with. But anyway, with this, institutions and councils are now able to collaborate via rapid communication channels with the help of GeoMeeting. Emergency response using GeoMeeting, a web-based solution, offers all that in a single platform. Participants in meeting sessions use any standard browser, so Chrome, Firefox, or Explorer, to take part in teleconferences based on synchronized map views. There is 24/7 access to the site with on-ground officials uploading images of dengue fever spread onto GeoMeeting based of their location. For those who can't use the service for any reason, simple door-to-door visits allow officials to quickly record and upload in real time the information that they record. Should internet not be available, then an SMS-based survey is used, where people would simply SMS their location and maybe like an image of something to like a server, which would receive the SMS and would give like a GPS coordinate to wherever that SMS was taken from, and upload it to the online web map. And of course, any data that is collected can be converted into graphs to be visualized and shown to the community. So finally, how does CoPPGIS solve regional planning? Well, through PPGIS, it needs one more thing. A million voices cannot possibly have all their concerns read. Classification of concerns by compiling keywords or something of the like to filter concerns would be great. Darzen is one such example of removing duplicates, which among other things allows the management of stakeholders' concerns. And removing duplicates is important because as many concerns that build up, you want to read only one of those that isn't a copy of something you just read, which is why Darzen is really important in this case. And in any case, what's great about CoPPGIS is that it allows a range of approaches to a problem, giving you and us the time to filter the problems. Of course, there are problems. There is then just the process as to how PPGIS is evaluated. And this has already been gone through my other video, public participation in IOP2 in a nutshell. So thanks for watching this little add-on to that video, and I hope you take something for regional planning and upscaling participation to wider levels. Oh, and just also see these last two images I tried to squeak in, because there's nothing really to say on them that you can't already read for yourself. Oh, and just also these last two images I tried to squeak in, I didn't really know where to put them. They're all pretty straightforward. So I'm just leaving them here, because there's nothing else really to say. So, good luck planners, and I hope you learnt something. And for my next video, I'm actually going to be doing this general kind of stuff, like mapping and stuff, but I'm going to be doing Python in that, because I found this really cool article which I've been commenting through and learning myself. I've also learnt from CentDeck's machine learning and all that. So I'm putting together a really good video on that. So stay tuned for my next video, and if you're going to learn anything, you will learn a lot from that video.